Howdy friends, thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to be working on a good buddy of mine's saxophone. This is a beautiful Mark 6 tenor, just in absolutely incredible condition. Belongs to a wonderful professional performer and a great friend of mine named Mr. Jim Pierce, the Jim Pierce. This was going to be the subject of a video that was coming up, but Jim was in a big panic the other day and contacted me. We overhauled his Mark 6, mechanical overhaul, last year. And he texted me the other day and was just beside himself almost, in a panic. The horn has been sticking. You see that? And I said, Jim, what's going on? And he said, well, you overhauled it, and I decided that I was going to take better care of my instrument, and I bought one of these. And pad savers for a lot of people are a pretty good thing. We like the pad savers as a swab, but not as a leave-in. That's just the experience that we have here in South Mississippi. It causes the junk to dry onto the pads. Before we overhauled his instrument, he had the same problems, and he did the baby powder or the talcum powder trig, and it created a bunch of buildup on the instrument. He has done the pipe cleaners with different cleaners on there. He's tried the dollar bill trick. I think he even alluded that he did some more aggressive things trying to alleviate this problem. And what he would say is that it would get going and the horn would be going good. And then if it sat or they took a break, set break, and he comes back, then everything is sticking again because it's had time to congeal, all the spit and stuff. So I'm going to get reset up, and I'm going to take you through, show you some of the things. There's some emergency things that we do on the gig that I've worked on different people's horns while we're on set break, but also what I'm going to do to cure his instrument. So stick with us and let me get repositioned and set up, and we'll go. All right, friends, let's start here. We in frame. Look at that neck pad. See how it sticks before it comes open? And that's what's going on all over this instrument. And so it's just the usual green crud. If you'll notice that I can just put some finger oil on it, just rubbing it, and that will clean it right up, see? And the stiction is gone. And what happens is it builds up like that over the entire length of the instrument. See, if you see this green on the neck itself on that raw brass piece, and that'll let you know what's happening. So what we're going to have to do here is basically tear Jim's saxophone down. Friends, we're going to use denatured alcohol. We'll start with the least aggravating thing first. We're going to take it and we're going to clean that pad up. So that his pad looks like a nice clean piece of leather again. versus, see, that's what it was looking like. Had that green. Now it's just a pad seat. Okay. So it's just a buildup that gets on the instrument. And it doesn't take much of the denatured alcohol to remedy the problem. On the instrument itself, you can see how green this is. So what we want to do is clean that up as well. So what you can see here is that with the slightest motion, there's no stiction and none of that kissy sounds. That was over here. Pops back up on its own. When you hold it down and no stiction, both pop open so easily with no stiction. Our G-sharp key pops right back open even when you press it down. No stiction. How much cleaner the pad seats are in the lower section, so as they don't, no stiction at all. So friends, thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of this. You can use denatured alcohol to help clean up the pads. A smooth rag. You notice that I started with a red rag, but then I went to a finer old t-shirt, just because I was noticing some pink, not really anything else. You're not trying to death grip or anything like that. And then you can make the horn play the scales. That is a good sounding horn, Jim. We like to use them, like I say, as a swab. But when we put the instrument away, we like to just lay the pad saver inside. Make sure that your case closes safely, and that way you won't have any problems. Jim Pierce, you're good to go. Play us some tunes out of here.